New York or state that is from New York, that's how they act. So, when it comes to
Yeah,
that fashion, bro.
yeah, son.
Hey,
Yeah,
we
B.
on
Yeah,
hey, we
money.
on right now. Hey,
Word up.
word to my mother.
Word to the Knicks, son.
Yeah. All right. Hey, you gonna go
Yeah,
to the bodega later?
yeah,
Yeah.
man. I need a Bev. I need the hero. You know what I'm saying? With the
Uh,
extra cheese. You know what I'm
but don't go
saying,
to
B.
Benny's. Don't go to Benny's.
You
Benny's
heard?
get you sick. You go around the corner
Hey,
to
man. We
103rd.
we only do it the Aki way over here, son.
The Aki way.
The Aki way, son.
Bro,
You
you
know. Shout out to the
tripping.
Knicks,
Hey,
B.
shout out to the Knicks,
The Knicks knocked down the Spurs, B. We Thunder
bro.
fans, but we putting respect on the Knicks today,
No,
man, because they
bro.
knocked down. They knocked down who knocked down the real champs. We know the
They
real
did,
son.
man. They
You
did,
heard?
man. So
You
let's
heard?
let's just go ahead and start there, man. What is good, Crew Nation? Thank y'all so much for tuning in to us tonight. It is your boy Jay, and we got Mr. Day in his all New York City get up because the New York Knicks knocked out the alien. What are we, bro? We the OKC Knicks now?
Nah, son. It's just respect to the real gods, son. The basketball gods for blessing the Knicks. Shout
Oh,
out
it's
to
the
Harlem.
basketball
Shout out to
gods. My fault.
Staten. Shout out to Queens. Queens get the money. Shout out to the Knicks, B.
Queensbridge.
We all know what happened. Wu-Tang came through game
Yeah,
4.
yeah, came through at the half. Is that the story we're sticking with? Is that
Boy,
it?
it
The
got
fact that
different.
they come on.
It got real spooky, son. Real spooky.
All right.
Real spooky on them. Real spooky. Real quick, man. It went real ugly, man. You know, everything. How you mess up the lead, man? Every lead, every game, you had the lead, man. You had the lead. You had it. Was up almost 20 at halftime. A couple games, not just one game, a couple
Yeah, yeah,
times,
yeah, yeah.
and you just blew it. You came, you showed up, you crapped the bed. The
So
basketball
what
guys was
happened?
on the Knicks side,
What
man.
happened? What did the Knicks do? How did the Knicks do what they give them that Brooklyn beatdown? Is that what happened?
Man,
That that
nah.
that Bronx.
This was bigger than Brooklyn, man. This was every borough in New York coming together.
No,
Every
but I
borough,
think that every borough, I think that every borough they like formed together like Voltron, like they all had their
exactly,
part. So that's why I'm like
exactly.
when they came back and or how they beat them down the whole time. Was that Brooklyn? Was that or was that the Bronx? You know what
It
I'm saying?
was,
Was
it
that the
was,
BX?
it was all of them. It was Harlem.
Yeah,
It was Queens, Staten. You know,
Manhattan.
Queens. Manhattan.
Yeah.
Brooklyn was in there. Brooklyn was in the building. They was giving Jay-Z flack for being in there supporting the Knicks. One of the
Bro,
earlier games during the season.
I mean, but it's a New York thing, ain't it?
Man, it is. It's
At the
personal
end
for
of the
them.
day,
It's personal for them. You got to give them credit. You
man,
talking
I hate
about
this.
fencing?
I hate this. I hate this for I hate this for everything that it is because now, bro, like New Yorkers were already kind of unbearable, right? But now, bro, now like they are about to be insufferable. On top of, we know a lot of the top fashion comes out of there. You know what I'm saying? When we talk about street fashion and things like that. So, or hood fashion rather. So now, bro, they about to go crazy, bro. They about to
Mm-hmm.
flood the block, bro,
How
with their
long do you think they're
products.
gonna party?
They still out there right now? Is that what we saying? They still
I
out there
say,
right now?
oh yeah, you know they are. You know they are.
All
It's
right.
only barely 24 hours removed. They're barely 24 hours from getting that banner.
So yeah,
So
so if they still out there right now, yeah, I mean,
I say it's
well,
gonna
they're
be a
gonna party
month.
to the parade,
It's gonna really be the
and
whole
then
summer, really.
yeah, no. I mean, and we gotta hear. Oh my gosh, we gotta hear about them all. Like my thing is, bro, we hear about them already. Hey, what's good, C4? C4, my fault. C4 Catona in the building.
Shout out.
Yeah. Hey, so yeah, I mean, they already are insufferable. So now we got to hear throughout all the summer, bro. We about every banger about to have a New York style reference. Get ready for it, bro. Every
Mm-hmm.
artist done been from New York or probably, in some way should have been from New York. Like that's how this whole thing is about to go. Like all the
Mm-hmm.
TV shows about to come out of New York now because even
Mm-hmm.
without them winning the championship in over 53 years, I believe was the mark. They still were insufferable. Every year, the Knicks was going to win the championship. Every year, this is our year. And we saw time and time again, every time they failed and came short. And they were the laughing stock of the league. Bro, they about to be in our face. They're about to be in our face. And it hurts.
It's a new day. But we know the feeling as well, though. I mean, even though we just won our first ever franchise championship. Yeah. They haven't won it since, like you say, the 70s. So, you kind of got to respect it and understand it. Like,
wasn't New York hip hop? No. I was gonna say, wasn't New York hip hop at the around the 70s, like at its height? I know they made their.
Not the 70s.
Unless you want to say.
Unless that's what they were shooting. What's happening? Unless that's what happening with Sade, Good Times, I know Soul Train.
No. I know some of the earliest artists are like, Rakim and ones like that. Like, that's what I'm talking about. Like somebody like that. Or, I know Slick Rick was more the 80s, but yeah, like.
Exactly. The 80s, 90s. But that's Bro said the 70s.
Right.
Oh, no.
But the point I'm making is the fact that, man, they get to start over. They get to start at the pinnacle, bro. You got a national championship. I understand that the Yankees win, most often. I understand that I believe the Islanders have won something. I don't think that's true, bro. I'm really about to make something up for real.
Exactly. That's all the Islanders. This man, I was like, is that a tag team wrestling duo?
New York. No,
that sounds like Kofi Kingston and them.
That's the national hockey team, bro. I do know stuff like that. Yeah.
Okay, I see you.
Bro,
Shout out. Man. Shout out to you for knowing your sport.
Some jewels on you, son.
Yeah, some real jewels, son. Word up, B.
Hey, no, but shouts out to the New York Knicks, man. I did. So game one, bro, I couldn't watch it. It was hard for me to watch it. I think I tuned in to the fourth quarter, maybe. And, I like watching Jalen Brunson. I always have. And I like watching him in those moments. He made these same type of plays last year, right? They kept coming back from behind last year, right? So I believe that they were, they got into it and they understood. And that's how we wound up getting here, was for them to, ultimately win. But bro, they ain't been close at all, bro.
Yeah, it's been a long time coming for them guys, man.
And like when we actually talk about the NBA. But in all of that, man, big shouts out to them. Shouts out to Jalen Brunson and all them boys, bro. Cat no longer gonna be called soft or zest or sus anymore. Or you think the fans still about to go after him?
Yeah, because he's going to be more in the spotlight again. Anytime that he's trending or his name comes up, they're always going to try to throw a clip out or a comment of certain moments where even because, like, come on, let's look at like Jason Tatum, right? Jason Tatum, when they won, the Celtics finally got theirs. They were memeing the heck out that man over every moment that he stole a quotable from someone else, like Kanye West or Michael Jordan or Kevin Garnett, different little moments where, we've already seen these viral moments from these artists. Let's see original moments. When you win the championship and you host that trophy up and they put that camera and mic in front of you, make another moment. Don't remake a moment that's been made already.
You talking about what they're going to say now? You talking about
that it just, everybody has something to say about what we would if we lost.
You want to know what I'm so amazed by? Bro, after the Knicks won, there were like 4 commercials right after that, strictly about the New York Knicks winning and by some big, by some big company. Like
Nike.
Immediately after, there was a Nike commercial. Yeah. And then there were other commercials when we talk about, just New York in general. Yes. Bro, I always wonder, like, how does the losing team feel? Because that they also probably had a commercial waiting, and now all they have is a story of, we went, they told me, blah, 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 this day around game 3, we had to go record it, you know what I'm saying? And I saw Jalen Brunson, actually. I did mine, for Wemby, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I did mine first, and as I was walking out, he was walking in, and I'm like, yo, hey, Jalen. So then when we get to the game and he busted my ass, I'm like, I thought you liked me. I thought we was cool. Like,
Bro said they ran into the players The commercial I saw did it have any players in it?
No, it didn't.
That's what I'm like. They
But I
knew.
thought back to the Jordan commercial after the Celtics won, and that had Jason Tatum in it.
Oh yeah. That's true. Yeah.
So yeah.
At that point, all you could do.
Well, hold on. The Nike commercial had Walt Clyde Frazier in the commercial. So,
but as far as active players that were actually competing for the championship at the time,
what I'm saying is that he's specific to the New York Knicks. So this wasn't something where it's like, oh, we got this random commercial set, and no matter who wins, you know what I'm saying, we're going to run this commercial. Which would
scrap the other one.
Smart, which would actually be a very smart deal. But that's what I'm saying. Right. You know that if they did it specifically for New York and having Clyde Frazier on a commercial, what did they do with the Spurs? You think I know, but don't think about that.
It's over with. You wasted your time. Everybody wasted their time. Everybody wasted their energy. They had to wake up early in the morning.
How long did you go? About what? You went like 2 hours? You was up there for 2 hours?
Nah, they probably was up there for like 12. Some of them shoots take like 12 hours plus, bro. Like it's like at least half the day.
Wardrobe. And makeup,
photos, photography, different angles, different lights. You know, then they're gonna have a lunch. They're gonna take a break. You're not gonna work that long without taking a lunch.
But the thing that's so crazy is they have the money to throw away like that.
Yeah, that's what it is.
That player got what, 20,000 to be able to be in this commercial or whatever the case is. Like, bro, you just got to take that as an L. You just got to be like, yeah, all right.
Man, you know Nike is crazy rich, man. They got that we'll pay your fine type of money. They got them type of checks, you know, like, hey, you wore this product.
That's label checks, bro.
You can get fined. We'll pay that fine for you. Don't even worry about it.
Welcome to Death Row.
Exactly. Yeah, we knew what it was.
They the Death Row Records.
They know what it is.
Shoe company.
Not even just that. Even the NBA with how they get rid of the other team's merch leading up to like the conference finals and the actual NBA finals. Those losers. That merch gets sent to Africa. That merch get donated. Hey, true story. True story.
Hold on. When we talk about the NBA and the NBA Cares and what is the NBA Around the World or NBA Without Borders, and
those are the charity.
They really do branch off. Out in Africa. So I mean that does make sense. They see a need. They, you know what I'm saying? Like, hey, we got this, like, you know, and it's So
somebody said they saw a clip of one of those kids over there wearing like one of the little loser team final shirts.
It's crazy.
They said that team did not win.
Why do you?
Man, so
dang, bro.
They definitely do that. So that's a real thing. You scrapping, you everything's prepared, even down to the celebration. Like I've heard stories where the certain teams that might have had a lead in the game 7 of an NBA finals, they had the champagne on that side, and then the other teams start coming back, and it's like, well, the other team's about to win now. We're about to make the champagne transfer.
So I
send everything to the other side.
Yeah, I mean, I have seen that or heard about that, you know, as well as the Larry O'Brien Trophy, right?
All that.
If they didn't win Game 5, then they were going to load up the trophy, put it on the airplane, and fly it back to New York.
Oh yeah, exactly. Simple.
So when it is elimination games, the trophy is always in the building.
Always just picking a side all the way down to the clock strike 0.
Yeah, bro, that's crazy though. But big shouts out to Jalen Brunson. Hey man, Cray popping again,
man.
Come on, man. I haven't seen something like this since 2015. Someone up in there.
Yeah, it's about to be another.
Come on, man. That means Cray about to put out the greatest music ever. Mark what I say, bro. Mark what I say. Instant classic. Put it down. What's the date? Bro,
album.
June 4th, 26, bro.
Over a clip.
Bro, man. Cray wasn't doing nothing but just waiting on somebody.
We would like some summer music, Cray. We would love some summer music.
You know he be in his bag.
We need
Bay Area bag. Whenever he you know what I'm saying? Whenever
don't test him.
Summer music, yeah.
When you poke the bear.
Hey, thank you, Jacquees. We really, really appreciate it. See, he wasn't having enough fun. See, the Christians going back and forth when it comes to Lecrae, bro, he ain't worried about it. Like, that's old news, bro. That's so 2006, bro. Like, he's past that. Like, he don't care about that, bro. Some of these people just They just not gonna learn, and so that's what that's what he hangs his hat on, bro. But
Mm-hmm.
thank you, Mr. Jacquees, Mr.
4
So-called
foot
King of
nothing.
R&B, bro.
Yeah, Mr.
Come
4 foot
on,
nothing,
we
King
got
of
some real good music about to hit the airwaves, bro. Come on, that's
e.
what we worrying about right now, man. Lecrae about to put out the greatest music, but if y'all don't know what we're talking about, Jacquees was having an interview. Actually, bro, I'm gonna pull it up. How about that? And if I pull it up on IG, we don't get flagged by YouTube. Hey. Yeah, bro.
Yeah,
You know you
bro.
gotta
After you play that, after you pull that up, bro, play that new Jacquees after that. Whatever new Jacquees is out,
Bro,
play that
no,
too.
I'm not, bro. I'm not about to get copyrighted, bro.
Nah, I wasn't serious. I just wanted to see how that sounded. Like if I was really like chilling with somebody and I was like,
Did
yeah,
you hear
man,
it? So you
play
ain't
that,
heard it?
play that new Jacquees, bro.
Bro, you ain't never heard one person say play that new Jacquees.
That's exactly my point. And that's why I'm trying to just, instead of saying it, I'm trying to like see how it actually sounds. If I said it myself, like if I'm chilling with the
Bro, you think
homies
he
and I'm
got it
like,
on his page? We can go to IG and see if he got it on his page. We could
man,
check that way. Nah, I don't know. They probably played it on X or
I would
something.
just go to X. Yeah, just go to X and then type it in the search bar.
Bro. All right, here we go. Let's see. Let's see what we're talking about. Jacquees sang. Hold on.
That man Lecrae was like, "Do you like short kings?" She was like, "I don't like short kings, but I love that short king."
Bro, and Lecrae was just being a great journalist, man.
Man, he
Come
asked
on.
some deep questions. He asked some great questions. He asked questions that a lot of people wouldn't even think to ask. A lot of people would tiptoe around.
Yeah, nah. You gotta be direct. Well, he's sat in those seats before, so you know. But yeah, here we go, bro. Let me know if you can hear it. No, you can't hear it.
Just being honest.
You hear
Thank
it
you.
now?
I thank you for your honesty.
I wanted more for you. You know what I'm saying? Just being honest.
Thank you. I thank you for your honesty. I mean,
I don't know my man's.
yeah, no.
But I wanted more for you.
There's no such thing as dating down when you're talking about Jacquees. Any words like that coming from a guy, it should let you know what type of man that is. I'm sure he's not a man you would ever want to date. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, man, I
Bro,
don't like how you
shots
speak on other men.
fired.
That's kind of weak to me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like you're insecure. You know what I mean? Like Jacquees are walking here right now. Your nuts are probably shriveled.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And by him being a gospel artist, he's supposed to have more of a, you know what I mean? But hats off to him. God bless him. You know, I wish that he go on and do what he do, but he should never speak on me. He don't know me. And then for all guys, the young fellas coming up, you don't gotta, if you want a woman, you could just get the woman. You don't have to talk about the other guy to get the woman. That's just one-on-one.
I want
Bro. Oh. Come on, bro. What? I mean, what are we talking about? Bro, how you feel about that, bro?
Bro, this is what happens when you only watch a small clip of something versus like everything around that moment with what he said there. Because all Lecrae really said was, "I wanted more for you." In the context of that, he was coming from a brother standpoint, from a brotherly role. Like when he's speaking to her, he's telling her, like, when you went through this downfall of your relationship and it was public where everybody saw what was going on and it kind of got ugly in a lot of people's eyes, like, I really wanted you to be able to not go through that. I wanted you to be able to avoid that, even if it was being avoidant of the guy that caused all that drama. That's stuff that you say to a sister that goes through that type of stuff. Like, if you really know what really went on, we can go further into the details if you want to. I mean, it was just little, typical main piece over here on the right side. I got my side chick over here. I had a baby with my side chick, yada, yada, yada. Like, it's stuff like that where if everybody's in the public eye seeing this go on, of course you're going to say, look at what the woman is going through. She has a child. There's a child involved.
Yeah.
We want better for you. We don't want to see you go through this type of pain, heartbreak, stress, etc. So that was where Lecrae was coming from when he said that. So like for Jacquees to kind of take it to the extremes of, that's somebody you really wouldn't want to date. Like, that's a whole married man. You don't really know. You don't know him if you don't know that he's happily married. He's in a relationship. He's been in a relationship longer than you've probably been in a lot.
Bro, but what was he
alive
supposed
almost.
to say? What was Jacquees supposed to say in that moment, bro?
I mean, he was supposed to say what I said. Hey, I really didn't see the whole clip. I don't know the full context behind why he said that.
But that's not the era that we're in, bro. You know that.
Nah,
we're in this quick media era. You know what I'm saying? Where you can get your information fast. You only want the juiciest part of the content because that's what's going to go viral. That's what's going to get the clicks. That's what's going, you know what I'm saying, to make your presence felt. Like they did their job as a reporting page. And then, you know, he saw that part. Like as far as Lecrae's team, like they cut it, you know, at the part that they wanted to cut it or whatever the case is. And then you got people that cut it even smaller than that because they want to put it on their pages and they want to repurpose it. And, you know, when it comes to anybody's team, when it comes to man, that's free marketing.
Right.
That's free marketing.
Right.
But unfortunately, this world, especially when we talk about Atlanta, is so small. You know what I'm saying? That those things are going to, man, all they got to do is go into one person's hand that they accidentally followed on social media, bro. And then at that point, they're going to see that information. Now, obviously, you weren't running from it. I guess you didn't think that there was ever going to be a point where you would have to speak on it. You know what I'm saying? And as you said, he is at a point where he's, you know, asking questions that other people would kind of tiptoe around. So, you know, you asked that question and, you know, and lived with whatever came up from that. But Jacquees saw it, so I mean, he's also reacting in the moment. Yeah, I don't know if was that
he might have had some liquor in him.
Yeah, I mean, was that the
most
first
times,
time that Jacquees saw it was on that show or during that interview?
That's a good question because the response would make you think that's the case. Because my thing would be if you saw that clip prior to that interview you were doing where you said what you said, I feel as though you would have time to kind of prepare yourself in a PR type of way.
Yeah.
You've been in the industry long enough to know, you know, hey, certain questions get tricky and dodgy. You know, I got to kind of respond in the right way because if I don't, then I'm going to put myself in a negative light. And then the viral moments of my career are going to continue to outshine my actual talent.
Right.
So, and that's the thing. He wants to, you know, put captions alongside posting a clip like that to say, hey, my music is coming this day, the title is this, and it's like nobody pays attention to that if we're really more so looking at the clip that you're displaying, which you're responding to someone else saying, you know, hey, if you want to get with my baby mama, don't dirty Mac me to get with her. Basically is another way if you want her. And it's like, who said, like, that's taking it another step further for me as well, where you try to imply that somebody is trying to dirty Mac you to get to your child's mother.
Ain't that crazy, bro?
Yeah, because nothing about that clip should have told him like, oh man, he trying to dirty Mac on me. Yeah. I'm Jacquees, so
hold on. I'm gonna say this about Jacquees, bro, and you know exactly not necessarily about Jacquees, but what he said, and you know where I'm coming from when it comes to this, bro. Any nigga in that situation normally who don't know, like you said, don't know that Craig's married. I mean, ain't that when that happens in a situation, you know, the friend is like, what? He did you like what? Come here. And how did that make you feel? Oh man, you know, if that was me, I would, you know, I would never do anything like that to you. I know it's gonna be okay. Just call him back. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like that person does that to get there. Like, you know, unless you know, y'all like the same type of people, then yeah, they ain't really worried about that. They probably didn't like him in the first place. But this was a straight man that you're talking about. So at that point, that's what you're saying. And anybody in that situation who didn't know the person, is that not what they would say? Is that not what we've always said? Is that not the response as old as time?
Exactly. I mean, you just got to see it a different way too, because it's perspective. Because I feel like Jacquees shouldn't have took it as an attack. You know, he should have took it as like, if you were mature, emotionally and mature, like mentally mature, you would think like, dang, man, you know, looking back at that situation, I would have wanted better for her too. You know what I'm saying? Right. If I was her brother, or if I was a supporter or a friend, even if it was an industry friend, you know, even if it was like, man, he don't know her like that, because Jacquees could have very much looked at the situation like he doesn't even know her like that. He don't know me like that. He don't know our families. So like, why he's speaking on something he don't know about? So the response kind of brought that feeling of like a man feeling like, man, you don't know me, son. You don't know me. Like, don't speak on my situation.
Yeah.
Don't speak on me and mine.
But if he, I almost would have respected him a bit more if he would have said it like that instead of like you said, instead of in this point of, I mean,
Right.
you know, you didn't have to say that if you just wanted to be with it. Like, what?
Yeah,
Bro,
he talking
come
about
on,
nuts, people
man.
nuts shriveling up and stuff. Like, that's
Bro,
wild.
bro, does he not?
That's the wildest thing, bro. Pause, son. We talking New
Yeah,
York
yeah.
today? Pause. That's the wildest thing I ever heard a man say was, when I
Bro,
walk in the room, niggas nuts shrivel up.
bro,
What?
does he not know that Craig's literally been around people like Jay-Z, Kanye West, this 4-time Grammy winner, bro? Like, is
You a
that
Lil
really
Wayne
what?
mock. You a mock Lil Wayne. You a cosplay Lil Wayne.
Bro, is that
That's all
really?
Jacquees is. He's a cosplay Lil Wayne, bro. If you really look at how he talk, how he look, and how he try to like dress, and how he even came in the
Bro,
game.
he
Like, let's be
tried
real.
to
He's a
say that,
cosplay Lil Wayne.
bro.
Like, you talking about Lecrae versus a cosplay Lil Wayne? Come on
Bro,
now, bro. Do your
what are we
research.
talking about,
He
man?
talking about he's a gospel artist. That's how
Yeah,
that's the
bro.
problem right there, bro.
Yeah, right. That's the problem right
Everybody
there.
sees him as like, oh, he's a gospel artist. This man is not no gospel artist.
But my thing is, bro, that was just him just taking a shot, trying to basically talk about him being a gospel artist, rather than actually, you know, talk about him directly. Like, haha, you do Christian music. I think that was the type of energy that he was having towards it whenever he said it. But bro,
I can't say that.
He definitely turned into a little kid. But bro, as small as Atlanta is, you mean to tell me they didn't know each other for real, bro?
Nah, I don't think they knew each other. I don't think
Did they know of each other? See,
because Jacquees looks like he hangs with like Birdman and them more than anybody. Like, Birdman ain't really in the same room with you like that all the time. Or Lil Wayne, I don't think he really gonna be around because he's a Cash Money artist, and you know Cash Money kind of.
But we're talking a 4-time Grammy winning artist.
Yeah,
out of Atlanta.
But then also that's what I'm saying.
That probably was in the same parties or situation as you. Craig said he didn't know him. Like,
that's what I'm saying. You got to put. I'm mentioning that to say,
yeah. But here's what I'm saying. You mean to tell me we all hear the story all the time? A guy was working on Ludacris's house, right? And you know, hey, I wish you didn't cut so much of your music. And Luda's like, hey, we'll go listen to Lecrae then. And at that time, Craig was, I want to say, mainly in Texas at that point. So you mean to tell me that can happen? And in the age of social media that we're in now, in the music scene, the music hub that Atlanta is, you mean to tell me they ain't never heard about each other? That's where I'm coming from it. I ain't saying that they knew, because Craig said he didn't know him. I'll take him at his word. Jacquees said he didn't know him. I'll take him at his word. Still called him a gospel artist, though. Still had enough wherewithal to say who he was and kind of what he dealt with. So you knew something about him, right?
He probably had to do a little research on his name. Like, who is this guy? Like,
why is he so popular? Like why does it matter so much that this guy said something?
Because everything is timing. Like, just because Lecrae could be in Atlanta during a certain amount of time doesn't mean that Jacquees is in Atlanta at that same time. So it's just like, you know, people move state to state, people move around each other. The industry is like a circle. You don't necessarily meet in the middle of that circle. You meet around it. Like, it's mutuals and
so again,
you know, things like that.
You mean to tell me they didn't know anything about each other? Like, I'm sure Craig knew he was an artist. I'm sure Craig knew that.
Oh yeah, of course. If we talking general information, I would agree. Okay, general. Okay, yeah.
Like, because he said, I mean, I don't know who that is. That's what Jacquees said.
Okay,
I don't know who that is, but then said he's a gospel artist. Craig said, I don't know him. He didn't say I don't know who that is. Right. He said, I don't know him. So
right, that's what I'm taking it as, like, on a personal level.
Right. So that's what I'm saying. So I believe they don't know each other on a personal level, but you don't think they've been in the same areas where it's like, oh, that's Craig, oh, that's Jacquees. Yeah. Or, you know what I'm saying? Just
you could say like in a BET setting.
Yeah, like, come on, bro. You're not,
or like a Rock Nation situation. Something like that.
Now, look, I'm not saying that they, you know, ran in, shook hands, said what's up. You know what I mean? Hey, get my number. We can do some songs. I ain't saying that.
No,
but when we talk about how small the music scene is in Atlanta, and we hear about these niggas linking up all the time, and half the time you'll wind up seeing another nigga in the video and be like, damn, I didn't even know they knew each other. You know what I'm saying? When we talk about these labels and sub labels, they're all connected to the same funnel. You know what I mean? So when outside of Kratom, you know, being recognized as one of the top, independent labels, by
Of
Billboard.
course.
But that's a whole nother situation. But you mean to tell me there wasn't something like when Cray was going to the Jay-Z or the Rock Nation brunches? You mean to tell me that
the celebrity all-star, the
bro.
celebrity basketball games and
Let's go
charity
BET
events and
Cypher, and when he did the Cypher,
know,
Jacquees was probably 10 years old. So
10 years old is crazy.
I'm sure they didn't run into each other at that point. But I'm saying being at the Grammys, being at the, you know what I'm saying, getting invited to these things. You're on Jimmy Kimmel. Who doesn't watch Jimmy Kimmel? You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
So when we talk about all of these things, you mean to tell me that you don't know who that is for real?
Yeah,
Like,
you know the career.
You have no idea, bro.
Yeah, you know of the accolades, you know of the appearances.
Cap, bro.
Yeah, that's true. That's very much true when it comes to that. They definitely are familiar when it comes to that regards as industry appearances and accolades and things like that. So
y'all know something of each other, bro.
But some people may wonder, is it as simple as them being able to reach out to contact each other, maybe via phone call or something like that, through their mutual acquaintances? Do you think it could be something to get to that point where it could probably get to that?
Yeah. Because, bro, that's what I'm saying. The music scene is so small, especially when we talk about in Atlanta. So somebody is going to know somebody who got Lecrae's information, and they'll get into contact like that. Or maybe it'll be Cray the one who's actually going to reach out, and he knows, hey, so-and-so, you told me that you ran with Wayne them. I know you was trying to get us a song, but actually, could you hook me up with Jock? You know what I'm saying?
Right, exactly.
Like, there are things that he hasn't even touched based off of, what it could do to his career. So, I mean, come on. Like, there has to be something. Speaking of, we're 2 for 2. Speaking of beefs with Christian hip hop and the mainstream hip hop, see, that's why there's about to be a resurgence, bro. There's about to be this great transplosion of what's actually about to happen. That's the reason why these things are happening, bro. Did you see Dayton is into it with Talib Kweli?
No, I didn't see that. Please tell me the details.
Bro, I'm about to turn it on right now, bro. I don't know the details, but Dayton had some things to get off his chest, bro. He had some things to get off his chest. So hold on, I got you. I'm about to put it up right now, bro.
2 crazy poets,
bro. Come on. Do you think there should be a diss? Dayton
spooky.
Dayton probably went and recorded that verse. It was like, all right, I got that out of my system, and then deleted it, bro.
Ooh, he said it, then deleted it.
Bro, for real. Like, come on, because they always talk about, like, man, if I could do this, if I really wanted to, it wouldn't be nobody out there to be able to stand in my way. Like, I could, bro. That's how they
That's
talk.
crazy.
Dayton was a battle rapper anyway.
But to go record something on wax and then delete it is crazy. At least like put the lyrics and notes or something. Put it on notes. Put it on a notepad or something.
It's not for y'all. It's not.
But to record it is crazy.
It's not for y'all.
I remember when I used to look up to you.
Bro, here we go.
I'm going to address some of these things you said in your post. But first, let me give you the benefit of the doubt. I'm a man. I could admit when I'm wrong, right? Okay. I got asked about a back and forth I had with you 10 years ago with the homie Panda Chop. He asked me, right? I answered honestly, but I didn't consider your feelings. I should have used better words. Of course, you're offended. I would be offended too. So I'm going to give you that. I could admit I should have used better words and I shouldn't have called you a douchebag. My bad. I also believe you when you said you don't remember this back and forth you had with me. So, of course, you're assuming I'm lying or like I'm obsessed with you. But I know why you don't remember. But the fact that you don't remember a back and forth with me highlights another issue. And that issue is this. You go back and forth with thousands of people online, and I'm just one face out of thousands. Of course, you don't freaking remember. But if you stop going back and forth with so many people, then, maybe you'll remember when you were offensive. You don't take accountability. Now, let's talk about that before we get into your goofy accusations. If you want to know what the back and forth was about, watch Panda Chop's interview. You were disrespectful to me. It had nothing to do with race or politics. You spoke about an aspect of Christianity and certain beliefs and criticized someone for standing on those beliefs. And I said, that's not fair. They just standing on their beliefs the same way you do. That's all I said. My tone was calm. I wasn't disrespectful. You turned the attention towards me and you started name calling and talking extra crazy to me, bro. What I did was I found out that the tour you was on with my bros was coming to Orlando. I pulled up by myself. not on some rah-rah, because I would never disrespect Penn and Tech and CF and my bros like that. Would never do that, bro. I pulled up with the intent to ask them, yo, Kwali's here. Can I have a discussion? Can I talk to him? Because I have a couple issues, with the hopes of being able to maybe settle things. So you can see the type of person I am. But unfortunately, you weren't there. That's all I'm saying. I never made some threats, right? 2, I also never said that you had a conversation with Swave about me. Listen again. I said I had a conversation with Swave on Twitter about you, and then I mentioned that you and Swave would go on to settle your differences and have a conversation. So that's what I said. Now, let's talk about the lunacy real quick. You make an assumption in your post. You said, bro, this is crazy. You like, it's probably because I was speaking out against racism and he defended it. So therefore, he's a racist MAGA Trump supporter. And then you continued to go with that narrative. My man Monster Tarver replied to you in the comments and you told him like, yo, how could you side with a racist? Yo, bro, you hit a brick wall with me. That's never going to work. That's never going to work. Like I said, I'm too valid out here, bro. That's a crazy accusation to make. It's absolutely insane. You start with an assumption, you land on your assumption, and then you turn it into this definite fact. And then I even seen you reply to somebody else's comment like it, because that's clearly the type of person Dayton is. You just said you don't know me. You just said, who's this clown? But all of a sudden, you got me figured out. Bro, you funny. Let me tell you about how you piss me off with some of the things you do, bro. There are people out there that experience racism in a real way, right? And they'll vent about it and talk about it on social media. And then you look in the comments and people would disregard them and be like, man, you just being a victim, you virtual signaling, all of that stuff, and have no empathy and completely disregard them. Why? Right? And I'm not justifying the fact that they disregard them. It's probably because they tired of seeing people like you just flippantly use these words. You devalue these words and water them down, because if anybody disagrees with you, tell me I'm lying. If anybody disagrees with you, you be like, he's a racist, he's a Nazi, he's a Trump supporter. What the heck? Where you get these things from, bro? You water down these words, and you probably the reason why these people just be like, I'm sick of hearing it, bro. Because when you use it, it has no meaning behind it, bro. It's just an insult. It's just you trying to use a buzzword to play off the emotions of people that are already offended and hurt, bro, just to get them to blindly follow you. What a manipulative, whack tactic that you use, bro. What you do is project, bro. You project your own prejudice on other people without ever dealing with the racism and prejudice in your own freaking heart, bro. All you do is project. But that ain't gonna work here, bro. This crash out and all this stuff you do is just the result of you being glazed by your fans and enabled to do whatever you want, bro. People, this is what you want to see. What glazing does to your favorite artist, it does this. It puts them in this echo chamber and it causes them to believe that they're always right, even when they're wrong, bro. As far as your MAGA accusations, bro, I've been very public about how I don't rock with Trump. How I don't support Trump. I don't support the left side either. In this political climate, I support none of these politicians. I'm case by case. So I don't rock with none of them. I've been very vocal about that. So that's not going to work either. You hit a brick wall. And you called me a failed rapper. Bro, if being a Christian rapper is a failed rapper, so be it. I'll wear that title with pride, bro. For the past 10 years and some change, I've toured the country, bro, made a living, getting to do what I love to do more than just making the living, speaking to people's souls, uplifting the people boots to the ground, bro, from Compton all the way to North New Jersey, back and up and forth, bro. I've been to almost every state in the country, been to London, been overseas. Bro, bringing a message of hope and love, bro. Not a slave to none of these labels. I get to create the music I want to make. I got nobody's hand in my pocket, bro. You should respect that. You was once a slave to these labels. You know what that's like. And then you also know what it's like to break free and, yo, do your own thing, right? So you should salute me. If that makes me a failed rapper, so what? People already told you in your comments that I'm nice, bro. You couldn't even front on that. So go ahead with all that, bro. I hate that I'm having this back and forth with you. I also understand why it's happening. I probably shouldn't even spoke about it in the interview, and you offended now. I get it. Okay, cool. This is what I get. You reap what you sow. I hate that I'm having this back and forth with you, bro. I really looked up to you, bro. I really respect your pen. But man, the way you crash out on social media is mind-boggling, bro. It's heartbreaking. Like, yo, Qua, come on, bro. Do better, bro. Man, I hate that it's here, but it's here, bro. Again, I shouldn't have used those words. But yeah, I definitely had to check you on these crazy, lame accusations you making. Stop doing that, bro. Stop watering down these words and save them to use them for when it is valid, bro. When it's valid, because they're gonna lose power because of dudes like you, bro. Just trying to virtue signal and use buzzwords so that people can get on your side. That's selfish, bro. Do better, Qua.
Ooh, bro.
Boy, it's like 2014, 2015 CHH again, ain't it?
Man, come
It's
on.
that God over money energy, ain't it?
Hold on. Yeah.
Oh,
Wait. So that's what I want. So which one of these accusations actually caused him to respond? Was it the racist? Was it the MAGA supporter? Or was it the failed rapper?
It was all of them.
No. There was one. Like, there was a couple he could have sat with, and it was kind of like, yeah, that didn't work. Like, you know, man, it is what it is, bro. Ain't nobody, like, I'm not gonna waste my time. But there was a point where he like, all right, bro, I gotta actually talk about this. Like, let me put, you see what I'm saying? One of those three statements was the way they got it. I'm putting my money on failed rapper, bro.
Yeah, because the energy did get real high. He said, because I'm a Christian rapper, I'm a failed rapper. Dang, who said it was about you being Christian? That's crazy. That man said, because I'm talking about God, I'm a failed rapper.
Hey, bro, was about to come through.
He said, I done been from sea to shine and sea with this. What you talking about? Me, by myself, on the block, in the jail cell, one pillow, no pillowcase. I done been from, hey, you been state to state? You ain't been state to state like me. If you ain't never stamped your passport, don't talk to me, son. If you ain't never stamped a passport, if you ain't never took a passport photo, don't talk to me.
Hey, bro, I'm
that
telling
man
you,
energy got real radiant.
It was that one. But you want to know what's crazy, bro? And like, first of all, I love the passion, right?
For sure.
Because that's what we want out of our Christian rappers, bro. Like, we want you to be hard, like on the mic, and we want you to let them know that they not like us for real, and that even if y'all got into a friendly battle, that you would still give it to them, pause, but that you would still let them have, damn, pause again. You know,
still let them have it. Pause. Woo! Still let them have it.
But no, that you really willing to get in the ring. Like, we always like that out of our Christian rappers. And then for him, you know what I'm saying? I mean, you're supposed to get offended when you really, carry the banner, when you really put that cross on your shoulder, bro. Like,
over a decade it is.
Yeah, bro. You supposed to kind of feel
that's the type of pain that make you want to shed a tear, because you can remember all the moments you didn't put in work for this.
Bro, you think Bizzle went over and was like, I built this shit brick by brick, and I'll be damned for you to bring it down just because you don't like how another nigga talk. Bro, you think that?
Man, he dang near should have been in the video looking like. That's hey, we need to bring back them type of beats where everybody get their homies in the room and they just stand in the background. All the homies stand next to you. So everybody stand in the back.
Bro, like, wow. So now I gotta tap that ass.
Exactly. And everybody just in the back, just fixing their head, just being a presence. Like, yeah, we here with the big homie. This the big homie. Yeah, we the little soldiers in the army standing beside him. Like,
bro,
we need to bring back that beef, man. If you gonna make a video clip, if you gonna get on live, if you gonna do any of that, get your homies behind you.
Monster should have been there. Hey, but he gotta be there in the Nexus outfit, bro. Monster Tarver gotta be there in the Nexus outfit, bro.
With some buffs on, with some diamonds on them.
Bro, on me.
The Cartier frame.
On me with the mask, bro. You gotta put on the mask, bro.
That's it. All you gotta do is stand there and breathe.
With his chain and his baseball bat, bro. Yeah.
Man. Imagine you one of the homies in the back in a situation like that and your back hurt and you got a cramp. And you can't move, you can't walk off, you can't be like, hey, bro, stop the
Bro,
video.
seven is in the camera, bro.
See, exactly. That's how I'm going too far. That's how you know I'm going too far. Somebody that came and flipped my whole joint.
Hey, it's okay. Players
Man.
FM2. That's what you guys said. Players FM2.
Man, you hear me? All raises. Saw Major. Yeah. Shout out Jada Kiss. Shout out to Locks.
Hey.
Dipset.
Oh my God. But no, bro. Like, yeah, 7 in the background, bro. You know, they got on their Grape Street, bro.
And then they do a verse at the end. Then they rap a freestyle. They be like, check freestyle at the end. That's the preview to the clip. We need to bring back edited videos for beats, man. We need to bring back 2009 YouTube, man.
Nah, I think Dayton handled it the way that he wanted to handle it because ultimately this was a human response, right? He was no longer thinking about anything else other than he has to defend who he is because Talib got followers, bro, like really people that are indoctrinated to Talib because of his rapping ability. And so, and what I tell you, you know what I'm saying? Rap. So you mean to tell me Talib and Dayton, and what did Dayton say? Oh, yeah, I knew who you was, and my man's told me, and then I went up there, you know, whoop, whoop, and they know them, and, you know, I wasn't going to act like that because of who this person was and that person was, and I got a lot of respect for them. And they knew, you know, about each other because the interviewer asked him about him. So you mean to tell me, this all goes back to, you mean to tell me that Jacquees ain't heard nothing from Cray, bro?
Hey, he know that he's a gospel artist.
Oh.
In his head, he heard gospel award-winning artist Lil Cray.
You don't really really know who this is?
Yeah.
That's enough to tell me that.
But you know you're supposed to say that in the beef, though. You're supposed to be like, who is that?
Yeah.
I don't know who that is. Yeah. I didn't know who that was when I was back on Campbellton Road and we was on Bankhead and I didn't know who that was and we didn't know who that was back then, shouted. That's when folks started switching it all the way up. When I was back in we back across the track. That's when it turned into a Drewski skit. Like
I do.
When I was back with my little homies, like I don't know about none of that. We don't talk about none of that. Like I'm ready for Bankhead, shouted like real deal Campbellton, like real deal Gwinnett, like grown up, like born and raised. So, bro, what are you talking about, bro? See, what they talking about, bro?
There you go.
That's how I turned into that. That's when you be like, I don't know nobody, bro. Don't ask me no questions, bro.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, the interview over, bro.
Yeah.
Interview over. Take this off. Take this mic off me, bro.
Yeah, get this off of me, bro.
Because you sit here, and then that's when the camera kind of fall over, and they still recording. They like, you sit here asking me about this little gospel stuff, bro. I don't be in none of that, bro. I'm a real street nigga, bro.
Yeah, I'm a real street nigga. Yeah,
I'm from the streets, bro. I'm from the street, bro. I ain't had nothing, bro. I come from nothing, bro. Stop playing with me, bro. I'm tired of y'all playing with me.
Yeah,
come on.
I come in and edit.
And that's when they pick the camera back up, and then you see how short he is next to his security as he walking out. And they
bro, you really be seeing this shit, bro.
That's how it goes. Funny, so it's just like that's how it's you're supposed to carry yourself as a even as an R&B artist, because we're talking about a whole R&B artist that are next to rappers.
You know Briss Breezy would have been about that action, bro.
You
know Briss Breezy would have been about that, bro. You know it.
It would have been a whole different type of energy.
Whole different type of energy, bro.
Man, people would have been scared.
Right now. Like, man, bro, come on, bro. You know
what you want to do. Whatever you want to do. We can dance it out. We can fight it out. We can shoot it out.
I'm balloting in any hood. You know that.
On Bompton. I'm really from Bompton because people think I'm from here, but I'm really from there.
Yeah.
So it really can get to that. And I got a whole bunch of people with me. That's what you got to add that too. I got a whole bunch of people with me.
Wait, be like, I really could have touched that nigga, man. I really
could have been touched.
My partner was around there and he called me and I was just like, not today, man.
Don't do it. Give him a pass. He don't even know. I already gave him a pass. That's the thing, man. Anybody can get touched, man. Man, come on, man.
Yeah, bro.
See, I already got locked up. See, everybody go to Google and look up my mugshot right now. I did 3 months.
Right now.
They're gonna be like, it says here you did a month and a half. Nah, bro, but I really was on ankle monitor, bro.
Because I was really in there before that, but that was some other shit. And then
y'all don't know everything, bro. Everything. You don't know everything. But you've been famous since you've been 12. Y'all still don't know everything, bro. Y'all not with me every day, bro. Yeah, it get crazy. People get deep into that whole like I'm a gangster and this is rap. This is supposed to. This is how beef goes. You know, in your
this is
head.
how I'm supposed to talk.
Yeah, it's a script. It's kind of scripted. So,
dang, man,
and that makes me kind of wonder why Dayton, in the middle of watching that clip, I kind of was wondering, you know, midway through, like why he didn't just leave a comment on the post and leave it at that.
Well, I think that's what happened, right? He left a comment. They started going back and forth, you know, versus this comment. I want to say the interview was done first. Talib probably saw it, you know, had a comment. Then they went back and forth, and Dayton is just like, yo, I ain't got time to write all of this. Like, you know what I'm saying? Let me just respond to all of this now, and especially if it's at the point where he's being called a racist and he's, you know, being called a MAGA supporter, and you know what I'm saying? Like, these are all, like you said, virtual signals. Like, this is all, hey, this is the worst of the worst person. Come and jump on this person. But Dayton was saying this is what he does all the time. I believe he says he tried to go and talk to him at one of his shows, but he just so happened to not be there. Again, this is how these people, you know what I'm saying, are able to be there. Or
I got a question with that.
What?
Would you get dressed, go to an event like a concert like that, pay for a ticket to go talk to somebody about something like that? Like pull up, like I'm about to pull up to the show. Like, would you do that to have that conversation with the artist or the person
about something that's bothering me?
Like something as far as that, those topics.
Do I like the artist? Like, do I genuinely like the artist? Like, say this is, you know, a Ty Dolla $ign, right?
Right.
But I don't like the way that, you know, he does certain things. So
let's get into it. Let's make it the same situation with Ty Dolla $ign. If you got called a MAGA supporter and a racist and a failed rapper, or no, failed YouTuber, let's say failed podcaster.
Oh, bro, that's crazy.
If he took it to that far, if Ty Dolla $ign said that about you and the crew, y'all are failed podcasters, y'all are MAGA supporters, would you pull up? Would you buy a ticket to pull up to say, hey, I'm here to holler at Ty about what he said about me?
Nah, because at that point, bro, you know, especially if your favorite artist then did you like that, bro, you probably ain't on no kind of time like that, bro. You probably feeling bad, like you, like you really like, man. I thought we was cool. I got every album, bro. I used to dress like him, bro.
Man,
you know, I used to defend him in school.
I remember your words. I know your whole album, top to bottom, son. I know your whole bottom top.
Bro, so you're not no. You're not doing nothing like if a Barb got attacked by Nicki, like, bro, you know that fan is not like just like, well, I can't wait. I'm gonna go to Nicki show unless it's Saucy Santana, but you're gonna be but you gonna think you're not gonna go and be like, you know, oh yeah, I'm gonna really, after I listen to this music and hear all her greatest hits. Bro, no.
Yeah, because in my head, if we're talking about the artist, depending on the artist, imagine you're going to their show. In their eyes, they're going to consider it you pressing them. Imagine if you go to their show to press them, it's not going to go over well. It's going to be like a very intense. It's not going to be like oh yeah, let's go over here and talk in the corner by ourselves and squash this.
Dayton said that he wasn't going up there, you know, in that tone or in that manner. So I hear what you're saying. You're saying the fact you bought it, if you did buy a ticket, the fact you bought a ticket and you went there, and we know, essentially, we can assume the type of time that you were on, right?
And I can't take it that way. I can't take it that he came in peace, because why mention that you went to the show to look for me? If you didn't mean to say, oh, I wasn't trying to compress you.
Right.
Why you bringing it up then?
Yeah, you didn't say.
Why you telling the internet you popped up where I was at and I wasn't there? You came where I was supposed to be to press me. But just because I wasn't there, why you mentioning that? What you trying to imply? You trying to imply you was about to press me? But it's like, oh, he lucky he wasn't there. Like we said earlier, it's about how you
because of who Dayton is, because of the situations that Dayton has had, and I haven't heard of anything of him doing that. Like, I believe him if he say he came in peace. But from the artist's standpoint, I'm with you, Dave. Like, especially if I don't know you like that, like. If they would have told me, hey, Dayton is, you know, out there, like, you want to talk to you, whoop to whoop, I'm gonna be like, let him stay out there.
Yeah, you can't do that and then say, oh, I just came to support.
Yeah,
which one is it?
What? Because for all intents and purposes, not Jacquees, but for all intents and purposes, Talib don't know you personally. So he really don't know what, like you could have said that.
Come on.
And
now.
then been ready to really, go to fisticuffs.
And it's kind of like a situation where you're trying to name the familiar, people like the mutuals that y'all have. Like, I wouldn't disrespect these people. I wouldn't disrespect. He naming like 3-4 people, thinking like, oh yeah, if I throw these names out there, then that's gonna show that I came on their behalf. When really that can flip against you as well. Talib could look at you and be like, I don't know, I know them, I don't know you. Yeah. Just because you know them doesn't mean that I'm supposed to act a certain way because you know them. Again, especially I know them, not you. Type of
discourse, right?
Exactly. If we've already had words back and forth on the internet, then don't come to me in person at my show and talk to me about that. That's what I'm thinking their response would have been in my head. Is if I go to this man and I say something.
But what more was Dayton was supposed to do?
I feel as though you should have just left the internet. If you want to leave, if you want to address it and y'all already addressing it on the internet actively, why go to a show and say, let's talk in person? You could have did that from the jump. You could have immediately jumped to that, but you instead took the latter route, which was, I'm going to go the internet way. I'm going to set my phone up, set my camera up, type these comments, whatever I got to do to defend my name on the internet. I'm going to do that. If you were trying to have a conversation to so-called squash or dead things, you should have did that in another way. It's a way to, it's DMs, it's the open active comment section where everybody publicly can see where you're trying to, okay, let's squash this, let's kill this, let's dead this. Like, I don't want to go back and forth with you. I support you too much. I mess with you, I rocks with you, whatever. Let's not do that. Just don't put this dirt on my name, because if that's your point, if that's your overall point, then just say that. Get straight to it. Hey, you kind of putting dirt on my name, I don't like that. You putting stuff on me that ain't true. Just leave it at that. Nothing you're saying is true. None of this is true at all caps. You can put that in one short sentence without having to say anything around it.
Because we're in an age where, just the way people can perceive you, bro. I mean, it matters to business deals. It matters to future relationships. Like, especially with Talib being who he is, you know what I'm saying? I mean, the way he could speak about him really could, affect something for him. But not only in that sense, he has a following, and ones that are, like I said, in so many words, indoctrinated to him. So with that being the case, like, I mean, he had to defend himself in somewhat. I get what you're saying. None of this is true. And that's a very positive response. But in this social media era, when people are calling you out, for lack of a better term, after the noise gets loud enough, I mean, you have to go back. I mean, this is the way that Drake was baited into going in a back and forth with Kendrick. Kendrick laid the seeds back when he did Control, but this is, and then, he had the cipher. He was laying the seeds, but this is how Drake got baited. This is how Jay-Z came out of retirement, got baited by Drake. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that was the final straw. So you can't, if it's people of this stature, and I don't know what everybody's going to say, oh, we're Christian rappers, we shouldn't worry about that. We should be different, set apart, blah, blah, blah. But when the noise gets loud enough, bro, it can bring out anybody. We've seen this.
Especially when you feel like people playing with your name. I can see that. I can get that. Like, you feel like the disrespect is kind of went too far.
If it was the racist comments that really struck that chord with him because of what he's been around, what he's been through, what he's came from. I mean, everybody knows that's a baited term. So I don't see that as the reason why. I'm telling you, it was the failed rapper comments. That one, like you said, the energy really switched up at the end. The failed rapper comments really was the ones that set it off. Whether he felt like the disrespect towards CHH was too loud, and there's been a lot going on with this CHH, internally within itself, with different artists not agreeing and people dropping diss records and calling it love and, different things. Different things like that, and people having a real discourse, which I think is good for the community. It really gets the community involved as a whole. Everybody's having discussions and giving their spin and their takes on these things. But you know, that I think led to this that we're seeing now. Like people are feeling like they have to defend. I mean, they did this back when we're talking 90s Christian hip hop and 80s Christian hip hop. Like they still had to defend it. Maybe they had to defend it to the church, but they still had to carry that cross and really be like, hey, like we in the same hoods as y'all. We had the same upbringings as y'all did. You know, we just chose to rap about hope rather than to rap about, you know, being stuck or you know, tied to the old way. So there was something in me that changed. And at that point, I felt the urge to, you know, really speak about this in the only art form that I know how, or in the art form that I found beauty in.
Mm-hmm.
So again, this is something that has happened as old as time. And it's always like, you know, when you in school and everybody watching, something happened. Boom. What's your first thought? Who saw it? That's the first, that's your first thought. You looking around to see if it's worth it in that sense. Once you see, and then it ain't even about how many, right? Because it could be a bunch of people that ain't really, it could be a bunch of people that ain't really about nothing. You know, they ain't gonna talk like they not, their opinion doesn't matter as much. But there are certain people that's in that room with you, or certain people that's on that bus with you, or certain people that walk to the park with you. Now it's like, oh, all right, I gotta kind of, I can't let this look, because if I go back to school
for real,
and this has happened,
man,
they'll never let me live it down.
Never. I might as well switch schools now.
I might as well switch schools, bro. Like for real. So with that being said, we are talking about Dayton. I mean, enough people see it, bro. You just got to be like, all right, man.
Yeah.
Like, I'm surprised. I won't say I'm surprised, but, you know, he didn't even mention the fact that he's a battle rapper.
Man,
so
you don't have to.
Know, I'm just saying, I mean, you know, battle rapper out of New York, like that show real credibility as well. People that know, you know, you're supposed to name drop people that you done battle with, and people that you done almost signed a record deal with this person. Like that's really, like, that's what you really supposed to do. Like if you try not to have nobody play with your name, like that's really what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to like fact check yourself. Like you said, I'm saying I know these people and whoop whoop. But that ain't my red. Nah, you need to fact check
bro.
me, bro.
You can't, bro. You can't, cause that's, bro. My head fell off because even my hat knew that was cat, because that's like you about to get into a fight and you like, you know how many niggas I knocked out? I knocked out this nigga over here. I knocked out little Terry. I knocked out James. I knocked out JJ. Last week I knocked out little Fred. Oh, people gonna be looking at you like, is you gonna fight or is you gonna stand there and talk about your accolades?
What the freak?
Bro, real quick, folks gonna be like, bro, we about to walk off. We ain't finna stand here and watch you sell yourself like a WWE wrestler doing a promo on NXT, trying to make yourself get a spot on the main roster on SmackDown.
Intercontinental champion.
Man, you know,
24/7 champ.
I done won every belt. I done won all of them. Bro, I work with people like that stand there and sit there and name all their accolades that ain't even real. For real. It's not even really real. Man. It's all a facade. But
that is
I'm not gonna take you serious. Bro. You sitting there telling me like, man, you know who I am? I'm a battle rapper.
Yeah.
I done battle rap this person, that person. Like, what are we doing? Selling a card?
All right, that's too all right. I was just saying, like, you know, if you really gonna give them like,
that's when you promote a battle rap, an actual like battle, like an actual like event, like press conference style.
Yeah.
But I get it though. I get it. I understand it. If you have some accomplishments, hey, why not throw them around? That's like you saying, you know who we interviewed? We interviewed Lecrae. We interviewed Kel Mitchell.
Hey, and that's
we
why
interviewed everybody.
And that's probably why I'm acting like that, because I done had to say that a couple times.
Stop playing with me,
bro. I'm not lying. When we remade the channel, bro, people used to try to come for our heads, like they really acted like they didn't know who he was. And this was, you know, some of the newer fans or whatever, bro. But yeah, I had to like, bro, I really had to like, I don't know, bro. You know, you get sensitive about your shit, bro.
No, I get it. I mean, but
you know, and ain't nobody gonna do it for you. Like at the end of the day, I'm not waiting around for nobody to stamp me, bro. I get that that's what people, you know, that's a street code or whatever. Like I'm stamped. You know, even little OJ can vouch for me. Like, you know, like I get it. Like there are people within this space that really can't vouch for me and vouch for us and vouch for, you know, what we've created and who we were and who we are still to this day. But nigga, like I'm not gonna let you disrespect me, and you go know that, you know, I mean, we carry weight, you know what I mean? Like we really, you know what I'm saying? We really do this. So, you know, when it comes to, like I said, I'm not gonna wait on nobody, bro. I don't need track stars to speak for me. You know, it'll be dope. Like, don't get it twisted. Like, it would be dope if they just randomly was like, you know, blue whoop, Rapzilla, I don't need them to speak for us. Like, you know, even like Proper Excel, big shouts out to them, and they're a big, huge page at this point. Like, we don't need them to vouch for us. Like, man, we love it though. Like, we love the love and all of that. Don't get it twisted. We'll never reject it. But I'll say it myself. Like, I'll over and over again.
Put some respect on my name.
You know what I'm saying? Like, all three of y'all. Like,
man, I ain't gonna say it no more. So I could have pulled up to you by myself. I could have came and found you where you at, but I want to come talk to your face like a man.
Bro, I could have touched you. I could have been touched.
You could have been touched.
See?
A couple times. Not even just one time, a couple times.
This is what I'm talking about, bro.
Man, for real.
So yeah, in that instance, I really believe that that's what kind of got him to going off about the, you know, everything. He made good points in the beginning and had good reasons for what he said. But that failed rapper one, bro started shaking in the camera. Like that was like that's
bro, that's when them sentences got real ran on.
Yeah.
I respect your pen, but come on now. I'm a failed rapper because I speak about Christ.
Yeah, bro. And I get it though, bro. I get it, bro. You know how it was, bro. You in school and they be like, yeah, church boy.
Nah,
you know
bro.
What I'm
but like, I really want to know what Talib said for him to say that. Did he say that? Did he call him a church boy? In other words,
no. I don't know. I'm just saying.
Because I'm saying, like, did he put Christian rapper in front of it, or did he say like failed rapper? Did he say failed Christian rapper or failed rapper? Because I think that makes a difference in words, because words matter. Like, you can't just say, you know, it's a difference.
Bro, let me see. Does he even have?
Because, like I said, even with the Jacquees thing, when you said earlier that you feel as though that Jacquees was saying, Lecrae is a church boy, I feel like he brought that up as to say, you know, he's a gospel artist, like he should take the higher road, like he should be better than that.
But why, bro? That's my point, bro. But why? Like, I get you saying he should take the. You're saying that
because it's easy to say that about Christian. It's easy to say that about anybody religious.
Bro, that's like
that's the cop out. That's the easiest.
Yeah, bro, that's just so cliche to be like, well, I mean, he's the Christian. He, you know, and you leave it at that. You leave it at that to just be like, he shouldn't be talking back, bro. Like that is the most manipulative term that there ever was created. Like,
it's just like how people looking at his baby mama and they're saying like, oh, she should have been with somebody better. That's Deion Sanders' daughter. It's the same way. It's the same thing. It's like people look at your lifestyle and what comes with you, and they think that you should be living up to those standards to say, if I was in that situation, I would be living like this. I wouldn't even be able to say nothing about nobody because if I'm a Christian or if I'm Deion Sanders' daughter or if I'm Jacquees, it's different positions that people play in those roles that regular everyday people can look at them and say, if I was that person, I wouldn't act like that. I would act better than that. You would expect them to act better. You would expect them to carry themselves better.
But
so I feel like that's what that means.
I believe you. I just feel like that, like you said, that's that cop out. That's that.
Yeah, it's a cop out. Yeah,
that's that whole situation where you just kind of like, you know, like, oh yeah, see, I don't have nothing else to say. So yeah, see, he's a gospel rapper,
and he really broke. And he broke. I got way more money than him,
bro. 4PF.
And he don't need to be. Yeah, he don't need to date nobody. Really, you don't need to date him.
Yeah, right.
That's when it turns into all of that.
You need to date yourself.
It's specifically not even him. It's not even that. It's about him directly. Who I'm talking about. He broke. He don't get no women. I get way more women than him.
He don't get no money.
He don't got no money. His house small.
He can't dress.
I got way more cars than him. I got way more deals than him. I dress better than him. Yeah, he taller than me, but still, I'm shorter than him. So what are you talking about? Bro, I'm way more humble than you, bro. I'm lower to the ground. So that means technically I'm like more humble, bro.
Technically.
Like God made me short because he knew
Dang,
I was supposed to
bro.
be humble, bro, and low to the ground, bro. Like,
Man.
don't you supposed to be humble as a gospel artist?
Nah,
That's what all that
man, but
means.
what are they oh man, that sucks, bro. And
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you know, maybe he looks
Mm-hmm.
at this as a chance, you know, you can also take these moments and be a martyr for you know, the gospel, or be a martyr for Christian hip hop, you know, and really stand on it. It could be some pride in that as well. Not saying that Dayton was prideful, but you know, you could take it as a prideful thing to be like, yeah, oh, this is that moment. Yeah, I'm gonna be the one. Since don't nobody since Lecrae don't want to say, you know, anything about, you know, Christian hip hop, and you know, since these other people don't really want to say anything about it, I've been waiting on this moment. What they always be like, man, if I was on that interview and they asked me that, I would have took that chance to say da 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 da.
Exactly.
And you're coping and you're trying.
What you didn't tell him, brother, is Luke verse chapter 2, verse 13 says, yeah, that's what them comments usually look like.
Yeah.
So yeah, I know what you mean. You're right.
Yeah. So
they'll do a freestyle.
Exactly. Exactly.
Dayton versus Talib response freestyle.
So here's my right. Hey, he rap over a Talib Kweli beat.
Man,
you know
I remember it was 3 o'clock. I turned on that interview. Didn't know how to feel or what I would do if I was you.
So what would you say? Over under one response track. Over under one diss track.
Over under?
Yeah, so that means if you go over one, that means we're gonna get 2. If you go under one, we get none. But you can't say just one. So you don't think we get any. Talib don't go and say what he gotta say.
Nah.
He don't go to SoundCloud. People are reposting the SoundCloud, bro.
The reason I think that is because Dayton is making it mind you, we haven't seen any Talib clips. Because the way I'm going off Dayton's side, we're watching that clip we just saw.
That's true.
And so I feel like the way Dayton was describing the clips and the responses from Talib's end, I feel like he was talking like he was a drunk uncle that was just like, he was like, come on, bro, what's wrong with you, bro? You looking crazy out here. Like, to say that about somebody, like, it kind of implies like you don't even have your stuff together to even really compete with me, or to, you know, even try that. You know, you're probably retired. A lot of people look at an artist like Talib and they probably feel like he retired because he's more so media and a media personality more than he is an artist. He's not a full-time artist at this point anymore in his career. So I just feel like Talib wouldn't say anything, and Dayton would more so be responding as he's been in this whole entire situation. Because I feel like it's clear that Dayton is coming from a responding. He's playing defense. He's not playing offense. He's just responding. He's not like initiating contact and drama and beef. He's just defending his own name. So in that regard, I don't see him writing a diss first or anything. So it would have to be Talib writing the diss and then Dayton responding. And yeah, Talib won't. He was not going to do that.
He ain't. Okay. I'm just saying, bro. If the noise get loud enough.
That would be crazy.
I gave you examples, bro. Jay-Z came out of retirement, bro.
I would be shocked. But Jay-Z has had to endure attacks for years from the same artist, and it just kept getting out of hand to the point to where even his kids were getting disrespected. So that was a whole different type of situation, especially from someone that he was close to some of these artists. You know, he was close to Kanye West. So that's a different situation. Talib and Dayton have never even probably met personally.
I mean, I don't know, bro. I don't know. Like I said, he knew somebody that he knew, and that, you know, they probably haven't.
That's not enough.
Yeah, you're right. They probably haven't met in person. But I say all of this to say, you mean to tell me, Jacquees, that you ain't never heard of Lecrae?
He has now.
Hey, man. Speaking of everybody wanting to cosplay and wanting to be somebody other than who they are, bro. You see what happened to James Harden, bro?
Ah, man, he got them glicks and them blicks.
Bro, he had the glizzies in the trunk, bro. No, not in the
Houston.
trunk. They said he had it in plain view. Hey, but Houston, is Texas not a stand your ground state?
Man, I don't know. I have to do my Googles on that one.
Oh, but they said, okay, I do remember they said it wasn't in a holster or it wasn't concealed or anything like that. Let me see what they.
I'm just shocked that he got arrested. That Houston Police Department actually arrested someone. Because
right, but
Houston
somebody
does not. Their police is like non-existent a lot of times. Like they don't show up. They don't do anything, like especially around times like this where there's sporting events going on, and you know the Spurs were just in the finals, so you know you would have think that they were probably somewhere watching the game instead of catching up with James Harden and catching him with them Glock 30s and them switches,
Yeah,
because that's what I really want to know. The question is, what kind of guns did James Harden have?
bro, we're gonna find out, bro. Let's see.
As a real shooter, what do you shoot as a shooter on the court? If you a shooter on the court like James Harden, what are you shooting in the streets? Google that too. What gun did James
Bro,
Harden
shut up.
have when he got arrested? Because was it like a TI situation? Was it multiple guns? Was it a gun? Like what was it?
Hold on, let's see what they say.
Okay.
They say it was just a handgun.
A handgun. That sounds like a little bitty.
A little pew pew?
Yeah, a little pocket rocket.
Yeah, so they said that he had a handgun, but I mean, we're talking about somebody who played for Houston, who led them to a playoff run. I want to say they got all the way to the conference finals.
Mhm.
This is the James Harden that Houston had. Is the ultimate. It's peak James Harden. There was a whole time that James Harden was unstoppable. So I know these people still get love in their former cities. I mean, Russell Westbrook was just back in Oklahoma City, bro, and he's getting love as if he still plays for the Thunder. Like he got I think they just broke ground for his soccer stadium that he's about to use because he owns part of a professional soccer league here in Oklahoma. So I mean, he was just here. They giving him love like he's MJ for the city, or like he's Nick Collison at least. So I mean, people still get love, like Charles Oak, all of those New York Knicks legends that was in the building, right?
Mm-hmm.
They get love as if they won a championship last year. You know what I mean? So these Paul Pierce gets mad love when he's in Boston. Like, what are we talking about? So these people who have played, you know what I'm saying? KG go back to Minnesota, he get love. Like all of these people that are now in these spaces, but can go back. I mean, they didn't want to be like, oh, it's James. Hey man, go ahead and put that up, bro. Like, really don't be doing it around here. We got some people that, woo, like, but I ain't even gonna do that to you, bro. I know you. Hey, can you just real quick, write something for my daughter or something like that, and you can go on about your way. Like, he's big. I mean, does Bun B get pulled over? Bun B, nah, we know we know.
Nah, Bun B went through a home invasion. He go through different problems.
Yeah, he's stamped. That's from the community though. I'm talking about,
he going through different things with the
we
law.
talking about law enforcement. Like, it's
nah.
Bun B. Like, do you just, oh yeah, that's Bun B.
Bun B being a Houston native from Houston, he would know not to even carry a gun in that situation, like in the car.
I'm just
a traffic stop. But I get what you mean though. Like, does he have that juice?
Yeah, we talk about Andre Johnson, right? Andre Johnson, wide receiver for the Houston Texans for a long time, broke a lot of records for them. I mean, does he get pulled over when he goes back to Houston if he got a handgun in his life? Like, these are the things that I'm thinking about.
I know what you mean. Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? If Charlie Wilson came back to Tulsa, like,
oh no, come on now, that's too far.
Does he get pulled over if he got a handgun?
He gonna get a gun. He gonna get a gun pulled on him.
Bro,
if he come back down here, I'm just saying, that's a different situation.
Does John Starks come to Tulsa and get pulled over if he got a handgun? Especially now that New York just won a championship.
I could say, I feel like it's different because if we talking about James Harden, he hasn't won any championships in Houston. He hasn't won not one. So like, it's a difference between being a player that was like, oh, you were here, you were great, you got us to this point, but that's not enough for us to turn a blind eye for this crime that you possibly have committed.
So does Hakeem Olajuwon, for delivering them two, does he get pulled over?
Possibly, because my thing is this is what I'm going off of when I say that. I watched the Dallas Cowboys Jerry Jones documentary, and there were parts in that where Michael Irvin and who was their running back at that time? Emmitt Smith. Where they were speaking on moments and times in their career where like they was out doing drugs, they was partying, they had all kind of weapons on them, they was moving wild in Dallas. And the police would pop up and give them escorts to their house, escorts to their parties, wherever
Yeah.
they're going. Like literally, like, hey, we here to protect you. Like, hey, don't worry about it. Like,
Right.
and it's because they won multiple championships. It was because they were a dynasty. It was because they had the whole entire state just buzzing. All eyes on us. You know, you're bringing in major love to our city. You're bringing in major attention, and we love y'all because sports is the only time where kind of, let's be real, racism doesn't really exist.
Yep.
When it comes to, did you get us to the championship and did you win the big one?
Right.
Not only did you get there, but did you win it? Did you bring a banner to our city? I feel like that's the difference. Had James Harden maybe brought a banner or two to Houston when he was a Rocket, then they may have probably turned a blind eye.
So that's what I'm saying. Hakeem Olajuwon, who gave them two, who brought them 2 championships.
Right.
Does Hakeem Olajuwon get pulled over in Houston? No, because he brought them 2. Does he get the warning? Does he get the push off? Does he get the, hey man, do you need an escort to get home? You look like you kind of been, you know, we don't want you to get caught. We'll make sure that the news ain't following you or whatever the case. Like, does he get that?
I believe so.
That's crazy.
Let's Google if he has any mug shots. Can you look into that? Like, can you see?
I doubt it, bro.
Can you see if he has any type of like criminal history or anything like that? Like, just to back up your statement, just to further back up, like if he ever got in trouble in Houston while he was a Rocket after being a champion. Because we don't really see that when you bring rings. Like, let's look at Antonio Brown. Like, let's really get into those conversations of champions that are known for getting in trouble, but people kind of gave them a pass because they're a winner. Like Aaron Hernandez.
Let me see. Oh, dang, bro. Okay.
So
okay, hold on. Let me see. When was Hakeem drafted? I'm
going all the way back.
I'm asking this for a reason. Okay. I'm asking this for a reason because it kind of matches your point. All right, so I'm about to approach the bench. All right. So to the question of, does Hakeem Olajuwon have any crimes? Hakeem Olajuwon has no criminal convictions, but was arrested for a Class C assault in 1986 following an altercation with the 7-Eleven clerk, and no charges were ultimately pursued. Okay. He was accused of punching a convenience store clerk in the face in Houston, and a warrant was issued. In 2025, okay, that's his son. The charge did not lead to a criminal conviction. Now, the reason I said I wanted to figure out when he was drafted, because I knew that he hadn't won a championship yet. I believe he won a championship for Houston in I think it was 95 and 96 is when they won. Was it 95, 96? Let me see. 91, 92, 93. So 94 and 95 is when he won. Okay. So he hadn't become that person yet, but I wanted to know when he got drafted, just to see if maybe, just maybe, he was in the NBA at that point. And the survey says, when I asked, was Hakeem drafted? It says that Hakeem Olajuwon was drafted on June 19th, 1984. So this incident happened in 1986. So he was already larger than life. Like he already was.
Golly, that was a Wizard Kelly looking picture, boy. Before you made it big.
Hey, did you see the picture that the fan took from running on the court with Wimby? Bro, it definitely looked like a Wizard Kelly photo, bro.
I didn't see that, bro. I didn't see it. I should have looked it up because I did hear about it.
Yeah, but yeah, look, yeah. So 1980. So I would say that if he was who he thought he was, James Harden. Maybe he would, or for the city, but I mean, he gave them, I want to say he gave them a pretty good 3 years, but Hakeem Olajuwon hadn't did nothing yet.
But assault and the possession of a weapon is two different things too, though. So
you're right.
A weapon is nothing to play with. That's one thing I do know. Houston Police Department probably does not play around with, and it's like possession of weapon, possession of drugs, things that could really impact the streets and violence and things like that versus a scuffle or something like that, or words being had. Like I say, these days, Houston police is not even on the show up much. So it's shocking that James Harden was in that situation, even bring that attention to himself to have gotten caught with a firearm. So that right there is just kind of like, dang, how did it even happen? What happened leading up to that situation? That's what you kind of question if you know how Houston is with the law and their police.
Yeah. Well, like yeah, you're right. You're right. Let me see, bro. Here go the whole thing, bro. I was actually kind of pissed off.
Why was you upset?
Bro, you'll see why.
He said
you'll see exactly why. I was pissed off, bro.
He's like, man, what you doing with a gun? Like that was your son.
Bro, look at this. Bro, all of that to get that, bro.
To get his chin, yeah. Yeah, nah, that ain't it. Yeah, that
come on, bro.
Yeah, that's not it.
Like, so I'm saying, like,
you dummy.
Right. Was that worth it, bro?
No, it was not worth it. All them bodies on you, all them people grabbing you, and the process that it takes to be banned from NBA games.
To be banned for life, bro.
They have to. They pull you to a back room. They get your ID. They get your name. Literally, you have
fingerprints, bro.
You have people standing around you, looking at you like, "Why did you do that?" You got to explain yourself over and over again, and then the adrenaline is worn down. Now you feel like an idiot. The game is continuing to go on. Nobody's putting you on TV,
bro. And how much did you spend for that ticket?
Man, you were courtside. Your feet were on the wood. Your feet were on the floor. So that means you spent the pretty penny, and that means you just really. And it be people like that with money that don't have nothing but time on their hands to be bored. That was probably somebody's nepotism, baby. Somebody living off their parents' dime. Their parent probably work hard.
But I mean, he went viral.
I mean,
do you think he get any opportunities from this?
You go viral for how dumb you are in situations like that. Like,
so you don't think this helped him at all?
If anything,
all he got is a fuzzy video of Victor Wembanyama's chin.
And that's what I was going to say. If anything, it was more so comical because a lot of people was pointing out Wemby's height and saying he was so tall that you couldn't even get his whole face.
Yeah, you couldn't.
And that's how you know that the dude, like, that takes away from the moment because the dude that did that, he didn't even pay attention to his phone enough to see that Wemby wasn't fully in the frame. Because he's worried about, like, oh, dang, everybody chasing me. I got to hurry up and get it. Oh, dang, I got to get this. But then you didn't even get it because you're looking around like, oh, I got all these bodies running at me full speed. What they going to do, tackle me? So you're really scared. You scared that you kind of.
There's a moment where this fan jumped on this moving apparatus with Michael Jackson, and he is forever famous. Michael Jackson didn't do anything. He carried him around, and the guys just yelling and singing and, all flailing and all that. I mean, have you seen this, right, bro?
You talking about the fan?
Yeah. And it's he's famous, bro.
Because it's stupid. It's some things you go viral for the wrong reasons because of how, like, crazy you look. You look crazy. You just don't look regular. You don't look normal. You look like you need a helmet. You need to drive and ride everywhere on the short yellow school bus.
Bro, hold on. I done found it, bro. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Is this the one? Is this the one? Hold on. Let me see.
Because I know you ain't talking about what I think you're talking about.
Bro, here it is right here. Here it is right here.
It's like that fake Klay Thompson situation. The fake Klay.
Oh, you stupid. No. This is real. This is real, bro.
Okay.
This is real. Look at this. Hold on, look at this. Look at this, bro. You will. Hold on, let me mute this real quick. There it is. Because they be crazy about Michael. But look at this, bro. Look at this. The thing is moving and everything. And he is forever immortalized.
That man risked his life for that. That's why Michael was holding him. Because you just jumped on a platform
that's moving. Yeah.
Moving. And I have no choice but to save you. Like, if I push you, you're gonna, like, it's bad.
But
Like
I
even
mean,
if security came, even if I had security come over there and run over and do something, like you're gonna like that's why they immediately running up, like, bro, what
yeah,
are you thinking? Like, what are you on? Like, kid, what are you doing? And then he
yeah,
he trying to he won't let go.
yeah, nah,
He wasn't
no,
letting
bro,
go.
you been letting go.
Oh, he's insane. Oh yeah, Michael had no choice. That was a situation where you had no choice. Like your life.
But I mean, this kid or
Whoa.
grown man now is forever immortalized. This is
I
Michael's
bet he
dead, bro.
is because he has
Like,
no choice. Michael could have. That was all up to Michael to decide. Like, do I want this kid to like risk his life if I get him off me to save myself? Because Michael didn't know. Like Michael looking at this situation, like in his heart, he don't know what this guy's up there to do.
yeah,
But Michael had to make a decision. Like, dang, do I let this kid fall and die or get hurt or whatever, or do I like do the right thing and I just hold him like, ugh. Like that reminds me of a situation where we was at an Minio concert and it was hot. We was outside. We was outside all day. We was at an amusement park and everything just to see this concert.
yeah, oh
And
yeah,
it got to a point to where I don't know if I got like dehydrated or I don't know what I was going through. But I could no longer. This was mid concert. We waiting on Andy all day. Andy finally performing at this point. It's a whole day of us going through being outside, all type of things, the weather,
yeah,
energy, all type of things. Probably
yeah.
I probably didn't even eat. It was all kind of stuff.
Right. I doubt we did. Yeah.
Yeah, but it was a moment where I'm hunched over. I'm dang near finna pass out because I'm trying to be turned up concert wise. We front row, so we trying to
Yeah.
bring front row energy. I'm dang near hunched over, finna fall out. Andy got a towel, a bucket of towels. He grabbed the towel, put the water, the towel, the water towel, all that, squeeze it on me, make sure I'm straight. I
Yeah.
come back to life. There was a moment where he had to make a decision. Like, am I gonna keep performing? And
Yeah.
even though I got a fan right in front of me, this dude is all about 6'3", 6'4", height wise. I can't miss him.
Yeah. Yeah.
Am I gonna ignore that or am I gonna just help him out? Like, it's kind of like that,
Yeah.
It's kind of
Right.
like a moment like that where
I mean, you're
I
right.
have to make an executive decision.
Yeah, I mean, you're right. But from the fan, from that specific fan standpoint, he's
Right.
immortalized. I mean, that one clip is a clip that showed all the time, bro. Like that one
Yeah.
clip, you know what I'm saying? And he's
I get it.
immortalized into that clip.
You're right.
You know what I mean?
Because
So
that's viral. That's what you consider like
yeah,
that would have
but
been
that was
viral for its
before,
time.
and that was before what we have today. So
Right,
every time they
exactly.
play this clip and every time they speak about this moment or a crazy fan with Michael Jackson, that clip is going to get played. And so ultimately he lives, like Michael lived. I mean,
That's true.
essentially.
But
So
that
he's
the fact that
that moment.
the fact that he held on though is crazy. Because that's like imagine if that dude that did that with Wemby, he held on to Wemby. He held on to his ankle. And they had to like really call a media timeout, and security
Yeah,
had to
no,
kind of
I
pry.
mean, security did their job, and they normally do when
Yeah.
fans, when fans try to do things like this. It's happened to Brian
Right.
as well. But to do all of that and only get bro's chin, like you don't have nothing to really show that really had. Like we got to just guess that was Wemby. Like
Yeah, in a way.
like when
Luckily, there were other angles. They were like more wide.
right. There were other angles. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
No, that does make great sense because ESPN showed it and you probably screen recorded it, and that's all the proof you really needed.
That's the angle I saw it from, because I actually did see that clip. I think I lied
Yeah.
before when I said I didn't, but yeah, I did see that clip, and it was actually from a wider, further angle.
Yeah, right,
So,
right.
yeah,
So they play that clip. So
it's
now you
different.
say, "Mama, I even made TV." So
True.
yeah, I mean, cool, but let's not forget the fact you got banned for life. So was in fact that worth it? I mean,
Would you take that? How do we really know? I want to see if we can find out how they could keep him from going to another arena, another game for
I've
real.
always thought about that too. But bro, it's the NBA. And you've heard Carmelo Anthony say the NBA is like the FBI. So and all the information that they gather for one, you ain't gonna be able to buy no tickets. Not putting in your information.
Bro, imagine that you try to buy some tickets online and it says unknown error or you are banned.
Bro.
Like you get an alert that says you can't even buy tickets online.
Yeah,
And then you
bro.
go to will call And then you try to give me your ID, and then they be like, "Sir, I'm sorry. It says you're not allowed to buy tickets to any further event."
Because they probably put your name in a database, and
That's crazy.
I'm sure they don't have no picture hanging up of you or something like that. But
yeah, it would be too many pictures to look at.
yeah. But I mean, they be banning these people for lifetimes.
Right.
And that's something I've always wondered about as well. Like, how do you really ban someone for like as big as you are? How do you know? I mean, I would imagine somebody could buy him tickets and he can still go with them.
Right.
But that's one of the ones where you're probably sitting there with your hoodie on and just watching the game, just
right.
Like you.
Because I'm trying to think, when I went to the last Thunder game I went to, it kind of felt like I went through like a facial recognition thing before I walked all the way into the arena.
Maybe.
I feel like I kind of did. Like, I'm trying to recall. So
I mean, you would think that they're not using that type of technology in an event like that, because that's more, FBI and different ones like that. But you would hope that that's the type of security that they got in places like that, because it makes you feel safer.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So with that being said, I mean, yeah, maybe. Maybe. Let me see.
We'll never know, because we'll never go to a game just to get kicked out.
Right, exactly.
Life is not that viral for us where we can do that type of thing and risk it, especially with our feet on the floor. Boy, the day we get to be able to have our feet on the floor at a Thunder game, well, I'm gonna be the next Spike Lee.
Hey, yeah. Google says yes, NBA games and arenas utilize facial recognition technology, both for venue security and operational fan convenience. The implementation and policies depend heavily on the specific team and the arena. Look, and then the next thing is security and band fans. Several arenas, most notably Madison Square Garden, has actively used facial recognition to identify individuals on exclusion lists, such as band patrons, lawyers involved in lawsuits against venue ownership or known critics. Yeah, bro.
See?
Yep. So there you go.
Yeah, I knew I wasn't tripping. I knew I walked through that. I knew that. I remember hearing that, sir. You gotta scan your face, and it wasn't for temperature. It wasn't for temperature reasons either. It was not because of COVID. It was way past COVID.
Facial recognition is crazy, bro.
They have
but
it.
I told you, like I said, I mean, it wouldn't surprise me. I mean, you would kind of want that, but yeah. So that'd be how he gets banned. You banned for life, buddy. The second they see your face, bro, you ain't even gonna get to walk through the check. Like, you're not even about to get to scan your ticket that you got bought. Yeah, they about to scoop you up.
That's what I'm saying. It's a part of it
right at the door,
because they make you empty them pockets. They make you scan your face, scan your ticket. It's like the airport. You fumbling so fast, you fumbling so much. By the time you're done with the process, you don't even remember what you did because they trying to rush you. It's a line. Everybody's saying keep it moving, keep it moving, keep it moving. But yeah, man, you're not getting past security, my man, unless you go pay for some surgeries or something. Go get your nose redone.
Well, he got the money for it.
Hey, we never know. We never know.
You think his pops cut him off?
Hey, no, I don't think it's like that. That's like asking if the coach that called the son of the coach that called Shadur on draft day, if that coach cut his son off over that prank call they did to Shadur.
Yeah,
I don't think that's the case.
That was fucked up, bro.
Yeah, it's crazy, bro. I can't wait to see the documentary about that one day.
Yeah, bro, that was crazy, bro. But yeah, man, I guess you're right. Especially somebody who likes to go to games. I could never imagine putting myself
taking that
risk, putting myself in jeopardy to where I would never be able to do it again. Like, you mean never? Like you didn't say I was just banned for 5 years. You didn't just say, bro. One time I got banned from the mall, bro. And you know what I'm saying? Like, it was a small, like, it was a little like, oh yeah, you banned for 30 days. Like, and that was cool because how many times did we even go to the mall for real, if we're being honest?
At that age that you're talking about, not every 30 days.
Not every 30 days. So it
not
was
every
like
30 days. Nope.
It was like, but I knew some of my homeboys that got banned for 6 months. Now that was a little bit of a harder, but I even know ones that got banned for a year.
Yeah.
But it's crazy because we be out there not with our parents.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And then your mama just randomly be like, "Hey, we gotta go to the mall today."
You don't have to risk it all, but then you
and
gotta.
and they did.
Yeah.
I mean, what you gonna do? Tell your mama you can't go? Like you're not about to put yourself in that.
And then you went to the mall and it's a whole new staff. The people that was working there when you got banned don't even work there no more, so it don't even matter. You looking around like, man, let me see if somebody was here today that I got banned. If they here now, you looking like
for real, and then it winds up not being
They don't even work.
I mean, so it ain't like that. You know, that was easy to get it. That was easy to get around.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
That's a whole different situation.
Yeah, I mean, they didn't even care, bro. They just.
And then you're not gonna go to the mall if they got facial recognition at the door to remember who they all been from coming in.
Yeah.
I'm just not gonna go to the mall then. Forget the mall. It's plenty other malls to go to.
That's the thing. When your city got multiple malls.
Even if you get banned from every mall, even if you get banned from every mall in America, you're still gonna say, I'd rather be banned from this than to be banned from an NBA, all NBA events.
Bro, no mall shopping? No exclusive.
We have online.
Yeah, that's all I'm gonna say. You can literally.
Man, people gonna be like, man, I'm gonna just go to City Trends, man. I'm gonna forget the mall. They're gonna be
not City
Trends. They're gonna be wearing shirts that say swag and 100 and emoji. They're gonna be wearing the emoji set. a hot Cheeto jogging suit.
A hot Cheeto jogging suit.
Yeah. For real. Shirts that say dope and swag.
Yeah, that's hilarious, bro. Yeah, man, that's dang, risk it all for something. I mean, it was the NBA Finals. I mean, what would he?
That was the playoffs.
Hope for?
Was it the finals or the playoffs?
It was the finals. Yeah,
he's even more crazier, bro. Why would you wait to the biggest game?
Because the most eyes, bro.
And then you're not even letting the game play out. You're supposed to be there to root for the team. You there to run on the court and get kicked out.
Dang, bro,
I think you on drugs when you do stuff like that. In my head, you was high, and your intrusive thoughts kicked in.
Yeah,
and you let them win.
Kicked in. Yeah, dang.
Either that or you just one of them 6'7". You one of them type of kids. Like, I'm just about to create my own moment.
Yeah. I think that's really, and it took a lot of guts, bro. It took a lot of cojones to do something like that for real when you really think about it.
For sure.
But was the risk worth the reward? You did get your viral moment. But I don't know your name, but I'm sure a lot of people now know your name. They could probably pick you out in a lineup. You know what I'm saying? Pick you out of a lineup. You got on ESPN. You got on Good Morning America. You got on your local news station. You have video footage that you ran up to Wemby and that the person that everybody was calling dumb was you. And then on the other hand, you got banned for life from an NBA game. With money like that, you're probably going to NFL games too, right? Maybe MLB games. So you probably like, I really don't even like basketball like that. Man. Like, is that really how you know what I'm saying? Like, maybe it
must be that way.
Maybe that's what it was.
It must
like, because you knew the consequence. You know Adam Silver don't play. He always wanted to put these type of bans on people.
Man, ready to. I wish you would.
So, I don't know, bro. That's crazy. Hey, man, I appreciate all of y'all for joining us tonight, man. I had a bang of fun, bro. We knocked this out. You know how we do, man. We in that thing. In there like swimwear. Bro, I was gonna talk about Amber Rose making man thongs, bro, but
we don't need to go there. We're not supporting it. We won't be purchasing any. We're not interested in seeing anybody wear that. I don't want to think about nobody wearing that. Bro, nobody wants to hear that.
Did A$AP Rocky ever come out and say that wasn't a thong, bro?
Oh, you talking about the A$AP Rocky?
Yeah. Oh. Did he ever come out and say that wasn't a thong, bro?
I don't think he has. I don't even think that man is on social media. If you asking me, like, I think he's so far gone in his own world. Like, he's in a different. He's not even rapping like that. I mean, he dropped an album not too long ago, but
right.
I just think his focus is just somewhere completely different at this point in his career, to where he's not about to jump on the internet and make clear nothing up.
Bro, you got to clear that up. Like we were talking about Dayton had a choice to do what bro, you got to clear that up.
I mean, you can.
You got to clear that up.
You can, but also it's like, how do you clear it up? Oops, I got caught. Like Marlon Wayans had a moment in his career where he had to be like, I got caught. The cameras got the wrong angle. They got the wrong thing. Something was saying that wasn't supposed to be seen. Now I just got to live with this. Like
Yeah.
at some point, you just realize like everything ain't explainable. You can't say, "Oh, I had on some drawers that ripped into one thin little line. They were so old. They ripped and then they
Oh,
rose
is that
above my
what you
waistline."
is that the word, bro?
That's the
Now
only
you
thing you can say. That's the only thing that kind of even remotely makes sense to what we saw. We saw it, bro. It wasn't
bro,
AI.
that's crazy.
It wasn't,
Man.
you know, ain't nobody even gonna think to make an AI picture of nothing like that.
You know what
Like,
sucks about this, bro?
well,
It really only take a few influencers to be like, yeah, no, we've been running this product and tested it out for years, and now it's the official drop. And don't let nobody say, bro, it only take a couple people to be, and the whole
yeah, for
all these niggas
kids,
gonna run around and, bro,
for
for
little
real.
kids, yeah, for little
Come
kids
on,
maybe,
man. That's
but
crazy, bro.
it's yeah, nah, it can't be like that. We're grown
Hey, let's
adults.
not forget Jeffrey was running around in little girls' dresses, bro.
But I ain't never seen nobody wear no dress and be like, yeah, this that new Young Thug style right here.
I mean, Young Thug was literally like
I see people paint their nails though.
and ain't
People do
nobody,
paint their nails.
yeah.
So in a world where men are now painting their nails, we're just gonna leave it with this. If we're talking about men thongs, then hey. But then again, let's be real. Back in our parents' days, like when Lawrence Taylor and certain NFL players, like even like if we
Oh, you
look at
talking about the one earring, the
no, I'm
dangling
talking about
earring?
wearing like crop top tees, like
Oh,
they
yeah,
shirts
okay,
is cut
okay.
up to where like they nipples is out hanging out the bottom of them. They wearing man girdles where it's like a
Yeah.
thong.
Hey,
Like
let's not,
they were
bro.
dressed like
Don't
that.
forget the era of basketball and the NBA where the shorts was the
Like
other
Mike
look,
Tyson,
bro.
the Mike Tyson
Yeah, I know what you're talking
at the
about.
fight. That's the style I'm talking about when Mike Tyson walked away and he still had on some shorts, but he didn't have nothing in the back. Them is the Prince. Those are the Prince style shorts. Prince was wearing that.
Yeah.
So I guess he think he
Yeah.
Prince. I don't know. I guess that's what we can say.
Yeah,
They must think they
man.
Prince all over again, you know.
I'm just saying, bro. Like, yeah, I think you make a good point. I think that this stuff it gets more and more sus, man. It gets more and more to a situation where it's kind of like we don't really know what we're doing out here.
What are we doing?
What are we doing, man? We'll holler at y'all later, man. You already know who it is. It's your boy Jay. That is Day, and we are out of here. Yeah. Hey, bro.